This is our 2016 CX-5 GS model. Whether you get the front wheel drive or all wheel drive, he looks exactly the same inside and out. So I ask you, what do you get when you mix Daddy's rugged body, sporty styling, and taller stance with Mama's expressive lines, clean good looks, and fun nature? Well, the CX-3, of course. With its SUV-like nature in a compact car, you get a totally new driving experience, and I have to say, I love it. The 2016 CX-3 is a blend between our CX-5 and Mazda 3. It offers you a sporty, good-looking SUV almost like vehicle that gives you that same feel in a compact car. So driving it, you do feel like you're up a little higher, but it's very compact, perfect for city driving, perfect for Canadian winters because you can get the all-wheel drive, and it's going to give you some excellent versatility, like I said, in a compact car. In the cabin of a 2016 CX-5 GS model. Now, I want to show you this versus the other two so you can see the design cues. A lot of the features are fairly similar. Like if we look at our steering wheel, we've got cruise, audio controls, Bluetooth, the information display screen that calculates or flippies through our fuel economy over here. Our central speedometer set, which I really like that idea because then you're just looking right there. It looks very nice and well balanced. So that is going to be pretty consistent with all of our Mazda models. In this guy here, we have auto headlights, rain sensing wipers. The one thing the CX-5 offers that is pretty awesome is this blind spot monitoring system with rear cross traffic alert. So that just lights up in your mirror. See that little thing there? So that'll light up when you're merging if somebody's in that space and alert you. With a little bit of a larger car, it's a nice to have. And if you're backing up in your rear view camera here and someone's coming along behind you in the parking lot, maybe you can't see them, it also flashes here to tell you. That's part of the rear cross traffic alert. Fantastic backup camera though, which is awesome. And our Mazda Connect system has been ravely reviewed.
After the increase in assets.
It's great. The voice commands are so much better. It's touchscreen when you're parked, or you use your fancy HMI commander, which is pretty cool. Like, it's cool. Come on. CX-5 also has our electronic parking brake. I think we're going to see this in a lot more new cars coming out. We have a sport mode with our automatic transmission to give you that punchier drive. It's fantastic. 6-speed automatic Sky Active transmission. It's awesome. Your USB plugs are there. And nav. You can get nav in any car with the Mazda Connect. A lot of people love it. If you don't get it, you have a compass. Don't worry. You'll still know north, south, east, west. But if you want to get the nav card, it's $425 here in Canada, and it's pretty awesome. So, standard climate controls. I love what they've done with the dials for 2016. It looks very, very nice, easy to use, hot, cold, fan speed, and what you want going on. We also have heated seats in this guy, because this is a mid-trim. And like I said, GS front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, features are exactly the same. We even have our Japanese hockey pucks here. So if you have a small coffee, you just put them in your cup holder so that it fits better. Isn't that nice? Thinking about us Canadians and our double doubles. Material. We have a very nice durable material. Mazda loves the black finish. It does last you a longer period of time, hides stains a little bit better, very easy to clean, and nicely contoured seats that are very supportive. In the back, it's fantastic as well. And in the back, we also have this fun little 40, 20, 40, sorry, I can't talk, 40, 20, 40 folding seat area. So see how you can pass stuff right through the center? That is fantastic. So with this CX-5 here, the reason why you'd want to choose a CX-5 over the Mazda 3 or the CX-3 is if you have two kids. You'll fit so much better in this car. You got way more room. If you're fairly tall, you know, you want all of this going on, right? If you like the blind spot monitoring, you're gonna wanna take this car. Also, it does give you the option of front wheel drive and all wheel drive, which is fantastic for an SUV, but here in Canada, you should still invest in some winter tires. Doesn't matter how many shoes you have, if they don't grip, then, you know, bad things will happen. You know? So it's always good to have the right kind of tires for the right kind of season. So I'm a big fan of winter tires. Also prolongs the life of your summer tires, but I'm done with my rant. So CX-5, you're gonna want this car if you need the space, and I'll show you the trunks all together. I'll open them up so that you can see them side by side. So let's move on to the Mazda 3
All right, so here we
Sport.
are in the cabin of the 2015 Mazda 3 Sport. You can see our steering wheel is pretty much the same as our CX-5. This specific model is the GS with the convenience package. So you've got the rain sensing wipers and the auto headlights, and it also has the addition of the moonroof package as well. So if we're comparing apples to apples, this specific model would be the most comparable to your CX-5. Has the same kind of setup here for you. We have traction control. So the CX-5 will offer you here, we had a couple more buttons. We had the tire pressure monitoring system and the blind spot monitoring. So those are a few things that you get on the CX-5, as well as a power seat. So this one has like a manual pump down here that you just kind of pump to get higher. It's exceptionally functional. Just different way to adjust your seat. And Mazda Connect is standard, and see, we have our heated seats, our controls here. One thing that the CX-5 and the CX-3 cannot offer you is this fantastic manual gearbox. If you are a manual enthusiast, you're gonna love the Mazda 3. It's so much fun to drive. They've done a fantastic job with this, and it's so comfortable because the armrest is perfect. It's just the right spot to rest your arm comfortably, and then your HMI commander is like in just the right spot. Fantastic. So the reasons you're going to want to choose a Mazda 3 over CX-5 is, you know, if you have 1-2 kids, maybe they're not in car seats anymore, maybe you don't have as much stuff to haul around. Even if they are, you can make it work. There's a lot more space in this car now than the previous generation, 2012, 2010 to 2013. So you can make it work, absolutely. If you want a manual transmission, you're gonna need to do this car. You have the option of a sedan or a hatchback, which is fantastic, and also lower monthly budget. So the Mazda 3 is a little bit nicer in the payment zone. So if you want something that's affordable but still gives you lots of space, this car will definitely do it. It does have 7 inches more room from front to back, and you feel it as compared to the CX-3. You feel the difference, you do. So carting around people, you just want the extra space, maybe like headroom's okay, so if you're tall you can still fit in this car. So yeah, it'll be the drive if you prefer this car over the CX-5. Looks, the manual gearbox, and like I said, the Mazda 3 is just our best seller. It's a fantastic car, you can't go wrong. What else? I don't know, we got the black seating just like our CX-5. I don't know, awesome car. So we are going to move on to, last but not least, the 2016 CX-3. After we take a look at that, I'm going to show you the differences in the trunk sizes because it's very surprising. So I'm going to show you some It's
cool
almost
things
like
about it.
deja vu right now because this car looks exactly like the Mazda 3 from where I'm sitting. So we're sitting in a GS model with the luxury package because that's all you can get on this model here in Canada. So equipment, we have same kind of stuff as in the Mazda 3 and CX-5. Rain sensing wipers, auto headlights, our fancy little screen there. We have traction control and a tire pressure monitoring system. is a standard feature on this car, which is awesome. I think that's such a nice thing to have. And I have a feeling, don't quote me, but I have a feeling that it's going to come to the Mazda 3 soon enough. Soon enough. Now, CX-3, very similar cues here, but design and styling is much different. What this car offers you that the other two do not is this leatherette finish with the fabric inserts. It's just a little bit of a different design. It's kind of fun. I actually really like the piping, and the only thing I would suggest is don't park it into the sun like this, because this is hot. And get yourself some tinted windows, please. You'll be doing yourself a favor. So there's our sunroof. Fantastic. It's like this, you know, is cool, and I love the vents. They're really fancy looking. This is a nice little setup. You see the difference here is we don't have a box here. So we're very limited with space in the CX-3. So if we did have an armrest, it would seriously impede our abilities to get at our double doubles, you know, or a frappuccino or a chocolate milk, right? So no center armrest in this guy. But if you did have it, I think it'd feel a little more cramped. And then you also need to have access to your HMI commander. We have a sport mode here, just like in our other car. Mazda 3 doesn't have a sport mode yet. Maybe in the future, because they brought it out for the CX-5 and the Mazda 6. So maybe in the future we'll see that happen. It's pretty fun. And that's one thing about this guy here, is it only comes in your automatic transmission. I'm guessing something to do with the all-wheel drive system, because you can get the CX-3 in all-wheel drive. So reasons why you're going to want to pick this car is if you like the design cues and the fit and finish. It does have a lot of space here. You do lose a tiny bit of leg room in the back, so if you don't carry passengers around a lot, this car would be awesome. You know, maybe you have one, you can push this seat up a little bit so that they're nice and cozy back there, or if you're short like me, it doesn't really matter much anyways. So if you're a commuter, A to B every day, you don't really carry passengers, you know, a couple just want like a in the city kind of vehicle, or maybe something that'll be a little bit better in our winters with the all-wheel drive. But again, get yourself winter tires. You're not doing yourself any favors by not getting winter tires. Yes, they're like $1,000 for a decent package or something like that, but you're prolonging the life of your summer tires and you're making your car more safe. So don't be fooled by, oh, all-wheel drive will save me in the winter. No, if you start sliding, 4 tires spinning on nothing is not gonna help you. You need the stickiness and the tread depth of winter tires. Okay, rant over. So see, we got lots of space in here, and we have leatherette, just a different kind of pattern in here. Both of those cars, the CX-5 and the Mazda 3, have a rear center armrest. If you like that idea, and the console box, pick one of those cars. They're fantastic cars. If you want the manual gearbox, you're gonna go for a Mazda 3 anyways. Let's take a look at the trunks. I will show you some cool stuff about this trunk. It's all right. So here we have the trunk on the CX-5. It's great. You have little pockets to hide things. This is a cargo tray you could order. 125 bucks. Excellent accessory. This one has spring-loaded seats. You can just pull that and they pop down, kind of like this idea, and I guess we have to push it a little bit. And then we have that center fold-down portion that we can do. Lots of space, so much height here and very spacious. Bad example with the seat. There we go. That's better. And then you can do the other side too, and then get lots and lots of stuff in here. Mazda 3 hatchback. This one has an ample enough room. We can take our little cargo cover off here. I usually drive around without mine in there because you don't realize how much stuff you cart around on a regular basis. But we have 60/40 folding seats, so that one will go down as well. There we go. And you've got tons of space in the Mazda 3, exceptionally functional. If you don't want to pay the extra money for a SUV, get yourself a hatchback. You'll never be stuck at IKEA and being able to fit stuff in. It's fantastic. It's a great feeling when you go buy like something big and you can actually just, oh, toss it in there. So there we go. And our CX-3. So this guy here is also a fantastic, exceptionally functional, just a little smaller. We have a higher, like it's higher here, our cargo. What do you call it? The trunk is just higher, okay? Higher clearance. So a little less here, but 60/40 folding seats. The headrests are a little different here. Set down. And then there we go. So still very functional if you have to pick up some odd items, just not quite as wide or as long, but it could do very well. And under here is some surprise storage. That's where our cargo cover is hidden. Under here you've got quite a few more inches, and you can actually drop this down a little bit if you need to. So we got our cargo cover just hiding in here right now. So I could take that out and hide, you know, all my diamonds and gold and jewelry. So that is our trunk in this guy. So here's our normal trunk capacity with all the seats up. And I also lowered the floor in here so you get a little more depth. So see here, a little more going on. And it comes with this. This is standard, comes with that, okay? So there we go. CX-3, Mazda 3. It's a little deeper, a little wider. And then our CX-5, which is, you know, totally so much bigger. And you can buy a cargo cover. It's not standard, but it clips in here and then clips up on the top here. So it kind of disappears and it's out of the way. So you could order one of those if you need it. Here we have the back seat in the 2016 CX-5. You can see you have that center armrest, plenty leg room, and you do sit up a little bit higher. In the Mazda 3 here, we have again the armrest, but you sit a little lower because again it's a car, not an SUV, and the CX-3 is a good mix of both of them. If I didn't tell you didn't have an armrest, you probably wouldn't even notice. Will your passengers miss it? They probably won't even notice. You've got one on the window seat, so I say that's good enough. On the front end here we have a lot of similarities because these are similar trim levels. In the CX-5, Mazda 3, and CX-3, you get alloy wheels across the board. CX-5 will have larger 17-inch, and then the other two are 16s, and they all have their own unique styling, which is nice. On the CX-5 and Mazda 3, this specific model, we have fog lights. If I didn't tell you didn't have them on the CX-3, you probably wouldn't even know because they've integrated them so nicely. You can order them as an accessory. You get LED fogs, and they do come standard on GT models if you're particular about that kind of stuff. So all in all, very comparable vehicles. You know, pricing will depend on so many factors. So just drive them, check them out, see which one suits your needs the best, which one you enjoy the most, and let that be your deciding factor. I've been asked many times which one I would pick, and it's a challenging decision because they're all so great. They all have that sporty, responsive drive that Mazdas are known for, tight handling. They're all great cars. I would choose the CX-5 if I needed a little more space. You know, if you have a few kids or you do sporting activities, cart around stuff, you know, that's really it. If you want to sit up higher, the CX-5 does give you that height. It's even higher. So it would be a great car for those purposes.
if you need to tow something, you're going to want a CX-5. It has up to 2,000 pounds towing capacity. I would choose the Mazda 3 if I want that manual gearbox or just a good car to boot around in. It is a little larger than the CX-3 in terms of, your passenger space. So maybe if you've got a few people that you pick up once in a while, kids, you can still do it with the Mazda 3. And it has that lower ground clearance, so it gives you that zoomier drive. And CX-3 is a good mesh between them both. You do feel like you're driving an SUV almost when you're sitting in it, but it does have a little less space inside because it's built on our Mazda 2 platform. Still a pile of fun to drive. I quite enjoyed it and really feel that it might be my next car, but it really depends on what you need. So
thank you for joining me today for this video. I hope it helps you. Of course, get out and drive them if you think you like it. If this video hasn't sorted it out for you, just take it for a spin, go have a blast, and see which one you like best. Because really the most important thing is making sure you're getting the car that you're gonna love. The car you're gonna turn back and say like, yes, yeah, that's my car. The one that you're gonna love in your driveway. That's what I want you guys to have. So just get out there, have fun with it, and enjoy your car buying experience. Thank you for watching. I'm Car Lady Lisa.